A couple of months ago, my colleague Ian Cobain persuaded me to go down to London to do a best view against my better judgment, although we did find a very good view from Dulwich, looking down over the Thames. But I could tell Ian is actually from Liverpool, and I could tell that he wanted to come back up here, and he told us there's a really great best view from the Mersey ferry. So we've come to the Mersey ferry, but not initially the one that you may be thinking of. Hi, Kevin.
Hi.
Take me across. That's lovely. Thanks.
Okay.
That's great. It's reassuringly big.
It is.
Nice and wide. Do you quite often get, if you've got like a party of ramblers, you have to go to and fro?
Yeah, you have to do a few trips.
You were saying in the old days it never froze because there was so much
Well, there was
oil
so
and...
much pollution in the water. You know, with the ships coming down and used to drop the oil or whatever.
Well, thank you very, very much.
Okay.
That was well worth 11 pence. Because 11 pence is the single journey, isn't it?
Okay, yes.
That's lovely. Fantastic. And there is a reason for coming over here, because there's this very well-known...
Thelwall Eyes, it's a nature reserve.
Yes.
And there's a few really rare species on there. Black-necked grebe, which you only get 3 places in the country, I believe.
Yes. As a young man, you used the ferry every day to get to work.
I did, yes, because I used to live in the bungalows opposite.
Yes.
I used to come in the morning, go to work, and just come back at night and then back across.
So, Kevin, this is your little office. And is it right? I mean, out of the window there, you can see the other bank. If somebody over there wanted a ferry, there was like a...
There used to be a bell. They used to
Yeah.
ring the bell. So then if the ferryman sat down, he knew that somebody wanted to cross.
Yes, yes.
But that went missing many years ago.
So they just have to holler now?
Just have to shout.
Oh, well, this is really nice. And here's your crochet.
Yes.
Your cross-stitch, rather.
Well, that just keeps me busy in
Yes.
waiting for customers. Yeah.
Well, you're the real Mersey ferry, but there is a more modern one down in Liverpool. Have you ever been on that?
I've not been. I should do, really, to see the ferry from this ferry from a different
Yes,
viewpoint. Yeah.
yes.
So my partner and I said, yeah, one day we will do it. So.
Well, that's where we're going now.
There's not many cities in the UK that have a cityscape anything like the waterfront of Liverpool. What you see here is the face of the city, and it doesn't look towards the city, it looks out towards the sea, it looks out towards the world, it's presenting its face to the world. Liverpool's face doesn't face towards Lancashire or England or Great Britain, certainly not London. It faces New York and Rio and Shanghai. There's nothing quite like Liverpool's waterfront. It's breathtaking if it's approached in the right place.
And the right place to approach it from is the sea.
The right place is from the other side of the Mersey. It's coming across on the ferry.
And here, on cue, it comes the Mersey ferry. It's great, isn't it? It makes it really kind of exotic. And on the waterfront itself, it's always called the Three Graces, isn't it? Now, what are the Three Graces?
Well, there's the Mersey Docks and Harbour Board, there's the Cunard building, and there's the Liver building. So it's commerce and docking, shipping, and of course the whole lot needs to be insured.
Well, it's break, the end and the beginning of the day. It's an ideal way to travel to work.
Does it ever get a bit kind of,
Yes, it
rock
can.
and rolling?
Yes, it can.
Yeah.
Which you don't mind. I mean, I worked on a trawler for 7 years, so it doesn't bother me.
Oh, well, this will be nothing compared to that.
Yeah, you see a lot of people go and sit down if it's a bit rough.
Do you hum Jerry and the Pacemakers to yourself?
When I first started working at the council, I came on a ferry one afternoon to find Jerry Marsden was on the ferry.
Really?
And I think he'd been given freedom of the city or something, but that was fascinating because he was actually on the ferry and they were playing across the Thelwall, ferry across the Mersey.
Liverpool's always been a place that's been more closely connected with the rest of the world than it has with just Manchester, 30 miles down the road. It's always been this place that looks outwards, and it's a place apart, it seems. You were encouraged to think that you'd won some sort of lottery when you were growing up in Liverpool in the 60s and the 70s. All nonsense, obviously, but that's the way you were brought up, to think that you were you were brought up in a very you were born into a very special place.
And so when you were in short trousers and skipping about, did you think, I could get on board that ship and go to New York?
No, I used to think I could get on board that ferry and go to Birkenhead,